It is my job to be your city's emergency manager. So the city didn't have an emergency manager to handle a lot of its tasks dedicated. So July 23, they made a position, and then luckily I got appointed to it. But as part of my job is to build the resiliency of the city during natural and man-made emergencies. So with that, who found an AARP grant so that we could build go bags for seniors and get them out to our citizens as a building block for the rest of the city. So today, we're gonna give you guys some go bags. It's a basic kit. You guys know, if you've lived here a while, we live in a very seismic active area, correct? And even though we haven't had a big earthquake, we get lots of little ones with everybody thinking the big one's coming. We also are exposed to wildland fires, flooding, storms, cyber attack, power outage, cell phone attack, everything that everybody else deals with as a big city. So with that, we're trying to build people to be prepared, because if we have a big natural event or a man-made event, how many fire engines are in the city? There's 7. So with 7 engines, and if we have an earthquake that affects houses that are pre-1940 and some that aren't retrofitted with earthquake stuff, and everybody has their own emergencies, how long do you think it'll take us to get to you? Depending on what is wrong with you, correct? So as part of building resiliency, we have classes that are coming too that'll be focused on basic first aid. It'll be how to build a go bag, the rest of your go bag, how to secure utilities, and then the big one is how to get information during emergencies. So the county has set up websites, and the county and the city of Reno and the city of Sparks all work together in emergency management to develop one plan, because we're all in this valley together. So the go bag is our first step. AARP granted us $12,000 to purchase necessary equipment to start building these go bags for the seniors of this city. So there's a blanket, there's a basic first aid kit, there is a little hygiene kit, and then there's just a little bit of information in here, and then we got the solar blankets that you wrap this blanket with. Never use this by itself, it doesn't work too well. And then the big purchase was, this is a wind-up and solar radio, cell phone charger, and flashlight. So if for some reason you have to be evacuated or you don't have power at your house, this should help you. Now keep in mind, this is not the same as plugging your cell phone in the wall. It's going to take a minute to charge. So, but this was the big purchase, and thank you AARP for allowing us to purchase this and get this project going for the seniors of our city. With that, the information that I want you guys to pay attention to when you get the radios and when you're on your phone is called Perimeter. So I have these handouts for you guys. It's perimeter.com. So you guys remember the Davis fire we just had? Yeah. So everybody went to Perimeter in the Davis fire, and it would show your neighborhood red, yellow, or green, or there would be no color. No color is basically green. But during the Davis fire, as the fire progressed, people were watching Perimeter, and we were changing neighborhoods to different colors, because do you guys remember when they thought it was going to go 7 miles? But this is how we kept everybody informed, as Perimeter. Now, if you have an immediate evacuation and you have a cell phone, we're going to have people sign up to what's called RAVE. So RAVE will come across your phone, and it'll say, you live in this area, we need you to evacuate now, or be prepared to evacuate in an hour. Whatever message will come across. That depends on where the incident is. A lot of times they're public buildings. The first thing we can grab is usually libraries. Schools are hard to grab because if school's in session, we have to cancel schools, and it affects the whole area. During the Davis fire, they canceled school for Galena because Galena was right in the path, but because the bus schedules and everything, they ended up canceling school for everybody, and that causes a huge ruckus. So this will give you evacuation routes. Perimeter gives you evacuation routes. It gives you road closures. It gives you direction of what you're supposed to travel. Yes, sir.
You can't leave your house. You don't have a mode of getting out.
So that's when we get PD involved. We have a lot of police officers that get involved with evacuations, and they can get you out. And they've done so. They did quite a number of them in the Davis fire. They were grabbing people and just putting them in cars and getting them out of there. If you can go to City of Sparks website or the Sparks Fire Department website, and it's the Sparks Community Connect. And if you have medical equipment that's at your house, if you have things that you want the fire department to know in case of an emergency, register your your residents at this Community Connect. So when we have a natural disaster or something's going on, we can pull up your information and go, these people are the most vulnerable, or these people have medical equipment, and we can prepare for those evacuations and that help needed. There'll be classes coming, I think in the spring, which will include the basic first aid and all the other classes, probably in this center. So keep an eye out for that. And if you guys have any questions, I have a business card up here, and just let me know. We are becoming a FireWise community. If you guys are familiar with FireWise, we're building a community wildland preparedness plan. So with that, we'll get grant funding and we'll be able to take care of a lot of the urban interface areas that have all the sage around it, and we're going to bring in goats to feed on them and all that other stuff. Well, thank you for your time. Enjoy your lunch.